and welcome to Man Met Matchday Live at Platt Lane. My name is Vikram Jadra and today you're joining me for the quarter-final of Aldi Men's Northern Conference Cup encounter between MMU and Lancaster. MMU come into this game currently unbeaten all season, having recently seen off Edge Hill in what was a 5-goal thriller. Meanwhile, today's visitors, Lancaster, come in rich vein of form, having scored 23 goals in their last 5 matches. Kick-off is at 1 p.m. I'll now hand over to the commentary team, Ed Tucker and Benji Galab.
Thanks for that, Vikram. Benji, we've seen this team a few times now. What can the spectators who haven't seen this team before play expect from today's game?
Yeah, well, what you can expect from the team today is goals. That's the easiest way to put it. Even though their main striker, Tom Carr, is not available anymore, I still believe that they've got goals in abundance in this team. Their attack's definitely taken a hit, but they're still there. They're still up there for the taking. And the team they're playing today, Lancaster, they're a league below. So you can't imagine that it's not going to get goals. It's a cup game.
Yeah, as you touched on them, you have lost, they partially lost Tom Carr to League Town as he signed contract there now, and I think he's only permitted to play halves of games. But as you also said, Lancaster are in the league below, so maybe they've thought we'll just rest him today and not give him a run out. I mean, also Mark Faflick starting on the bench as well. For anyone who's watched MMU on this channel will have seen he scored some lovely goals for this team. But Ben Coward's been left out there, and we've seen some good stuff from him. Yeah, I think it's going to be very tough for Lancaster today. MMU are absolutely flying so far this season. I think they've played 10 games. They've won 8 of them. They've had 2 draws. One of those draws was in the last round of this cup, but they ended up winning on penalties. And yeah, if you look back through their history, just so many goals. I think the least they've scored in a game is 2, apart from that 1-1 draw in the cup. And they've hit 6 a couple times. They hit 10 against UClan away as well. But as you say, without Tom Carr, they might struggle a little bit, not having their main focal point. But they probably still got quite a good chance of winning here today. We are not far from kick-off. The players are just coming out to pitch, so we'll just run through the teams really quickly. I'll do the MMU team first. So we've got Princess A in goal, Robert Berry, Harris Thomas, Adam Dahu, Malaki Babayal, Ollie Hitchcocks, Hamza Abazar, Nathan Baker, Aria Ascari Kebria, Gabriel Mooney and Ben Coward. And if you want to do the Lancaster team for me there, Benji.
Yeah, so the Lancaster team in goal, they've got Stobart. In defence, they've got McPhillips, Allen, Lowe and Critchlow. In midfield, they've got Corbett, Hobb and Gamble, the captain. Then up front, they've got Van Wyck, Singer and Bulk.
Yeah, the lineup that you see on the screen may be a little bit off, as they've actually had some promotions for the second team here today. There's definitely a few names there that I don't recognise from previous games. But MMU at the moment, their football teams are really quite strong, so I'm sure some of these lads from the second team will be hoping today that they can put their stamp on the game and get themselves into that first team more often, because they are flying, MMU, and it's definitely a team you want to be part of. I think they're 1 win away from winning the league as well. Get themselves promoted up to the top division. Unfortunately, we won't be here to do commentary on it next year, but whoever does, I'm sure will be very lucky to see what this team develops into. If we move the camera down to us onto the pitch, we can see the lads just lining up now. There we go. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, Callum. Ref's just speaking to him before kick-off here, so it won't be long now.
Yeah, the MMU team here, they're already looking confident and relaxed. Look like they're about to have fun. You don't blame them in the form they're in.
Yeah, they've been unbelievable here at Platt Lane. Apart from that draw, which was here, just pure wins in the league. Yeah, Lancaster are in the league below, so this could be a tougher game for them. They've been very good in their league, though. They've got quite a similar record, actually, to MMU. They have won all of their games bar 1, which was their last game, though, where they lost 2-0 at home to Liverpool John Moores. That's probably knocked the confidence a little bit, which is not really what you want before a big game like this against a good team. But they have been doing very well this season. They've also been scoring goals quite well. I think Vikram alluded to the fact they scored about 23 in their last 5 games, which includes that 2-0 loss as well. So they're not ones who are shy of shooting themselves. See a bib get half chucked off the pitch there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of cup games, though, isn't it? the lower side team playing an upper side team, and a lot of the time you root for the underdogs. You don't really root for the big team in some of these games, but I'll be excited to see what Lancaster can put up against.
It's probably a fairer game than it would be suggested, though. Yeah, because as we said, there is a few names in there. I don't think I've seen Adam Dahal before. Malaki Babayala, I don't think I've seen in this team. Hamza Abazar as well, and Arya Asghari Kebria. I think they're all new players being promoted up. So it'll be interesting to see how they play as well. I'm sure Gareth Smith will be keeping a hawk's vision on them more than his standard players that he knows what he can get out of already. And there we see Hamza Abazar just dinking the ball around as well, seeming confident before this game starts. Ref's having a little word.
Just a few minutes late on the kickoff here, but only by a few.
Lucky these guys get to listen to our sultry tones a little bit more.
Yeah, strong Manchester accent and southern geese.
Don't want to try and pinpoint that one, too difficult. Looks like it's about to start. There it is.
There we go, there's kickoff.
Yeah, you've seen MMU as well. They're very, very confident on the ball, haven't they? They have shown the few games we've streamed here that they will pass it around the back with confidence and try and keep that ball, and also got a very quick counter-attack. Ooh, big. Getting stuck in there early doors. Number 10, I think that's Singer there for Lancaster.
Yeah, straight pressure there from Lancaster, though. That's what you like to see when they're in possession in their own half. You don't want to let them have control. You want to pressure them, you might as well. There's nothing to lose.
Yeah, they can't allow MMU to dominate the ball too much here, Lancaster, because they have shown that if you give them a lot of time and space in the ball, they will find nice passes and good runs. Trying to go for a little one down the line there. Lancaster just heading out. Oh, MMU keep it in though.
Still got it putting out wide. Number 7 there, that's Hamza Abazar.
Yeah, apologies, there's a little bit of a delay on some of these names. As I said, we've not seen some of these lads play for this team before, so it might be a little bit slower to identify. There's Gabriel Mooney there, just trying to play it out to the left.
Creates a bit of space here. He can run with it. You know what he's capable of.
Yeah, I think that's Ben Cowd out there, someone we have seen a lot of actually on Matchday Live here, and
yeah,
that's robbed the ball there. Did very well, got tackled, but won that ball straight back. Keep the pressure on Lancaster.
Yeah, that's what we're used to seeing from Ben Coward, where taking on players is just an everyday thing for him.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't actually notice with Ben Coward how big he was when we've been on this camera, but I remember in the Salford game, MMU won 6-2, and I was down the sideline. He's about 6'2" himself, and he's quick as well. So really difficult for the defender to deal with. Someone who's big and fast. Early chance from you there. Oh, straight down the keeper's throat though. Who's that an early shot for there? Hamza Abazar. Seems like he's trying to get stuck in out on the right wing so far.
Interception there from number 4, Adam Dahal.
Yeah, just a Singer there, just trying to play that ball out wide. But
Ben Coward again, he's dribbling through. He's got past one. Can he get past another? He can.
The ball. Try to get it up and over there, but
corner.
Defender's done well to stop it. Yeah, but what have you seen? 2 minutes 30, 2 attacks from Ben Coward already. I think even though you don't have their main top 3 up front, I don't think they're going to struggle when you've got someone like Ben Coward who can just make things happen out of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he got one of the 3, and that 3 together is clearly a beast to deal with. One of the 3 is clearly good enough.
Little short corner here, something from the training ground. Oh, it was well lifted up as well, and they're not happy with themselves there. Number 6, Ollie Hitchcocks, and number 5 there, Malaki Babayal, both went up for it, just over their heads. It was not a bad cross at all. Lancaster needs to be very wary though. We've seen 2 good attacks so far from MMU getting into their box as well and putting pressure on. They definitely cannot concede an early goal here, or it could be a very hard day at the office for them. Well carried there from the... I thought he was a left back. I think he must be a centre mid.
Another great interception there, but couldn't retain possession. Right back into Lancaster's possession, see what they can do with it. The ball out wide to the left wing, can he reach it?
It's a well-weighted ball, but...
Yeah, it's great defending, great
Robert
cover.
Berry's just come in there, yeah, cleared that ball straight out.
So that's also another impressive thing that you see from MMU. The defensive coverage is they have the pace to get back. If they get caught out of position like just then, Robert Berry was able to catch that over the head ball and just get out for a corner.
Yeah, they have been very solid at the back. But I think obviously that's always just given a platform for their attackers to just build off of so much this season. But even their back line is quite heavily changed. I think Harris Thomas is the only person there who's normally, and Prince Asay in goal. I think they're the only two of the normal starting four they've got at the back. So I think maybe Gareth Smith's taken this opportunity to try out some of these second team players. MMU just dominating the ball here now, just holding it around the back with confidence. Really using the numbers advantage up there, trying to pull Lancaster towards and pull them out of position, because they know that if they can do that and they can do a little ball like this and release Gabriel Mooney or Ben Coward, then they've got a good chance to score.
Yeah, just didn't pull off perfectly as they wanted to just then, but you can definitely tell that that's going to be a constant reminder in this game that don't get caught sleeping in defence. Yeah,
Lancaster definitely can't risk losing concentration for a minute here today against a very good MMU team. Gabriel Mooney there trying to do something, but losing out on the ball. Just low there for Lancaster. And a good run with the ball. Singer's out there again, getting involved. Back to Low, back to Singer.
He's trying to take on two at once. He does get it fast.
Very good pass into the box. It's dangerous for
He scored with it.
Lancaster with an early goal there. Just want to see who that is again, maybe on the replay. I mean, Singer does so well out wide. Takes a touch around. He's got two men on him as well.
In the middle.
Does really well to get past Robert Berry there. And that's just dropped to Boak there for Lancaster, who gets a nice, easy early goal. So that is 1-0. And what a shock result we've seen early doors here for Lancaster. I mean, couldn't have started any better for them. And be back on the ball here, though. And they'll be shocked by that as well. First proper attack for Lancaster. Singer did so well out on the left wing there. Left two defenders in the dirt. Hamza Abazur and Robert Berry couldn't keep control of him, and he's just zipped a lovely low ball across for Boat to take a nice touch and slot it home. MMU still just trying to hold the ball here, play their game, not get too flustered by that early shocker of a goal. Ben Coward's a little bit blinded by the sun there as well.
There we go. Can he do a bit of magic here?
It's also a nice ball in.
It's good hands there from the keeper.
Yeah, very close to dropping to Hamza Abazar, but Stobbart just cleared up there. Did well. It was a long touch from Lowe's. Yeah, didn't think he was going to get away with that one. Adam DeHal now pushing up from the back line. Still pushing up from the back line. Oh no, it was Ollie Hitchcock's, in fact, he is a midfielder. Just in that centre-back slot for a second. Tries a little through ball, but keeper gets there again. Poor touch has let him down there. Boak, the goal scorer. Ooh, nice little attempted pass as well. It's come off Hamza Abzor.
Just come off the defender there.
Oh, and it's
a
an
deflection.
goal. So number 9, Arya Askari Kebria, has run through after a lovely little ball from Hamza Abazar. He's tried to put the ball across, and I'm not sure.
I believe it's come off the captain of the team there, Gamble.
Yeah, we'll have to have a little look again on this replay here.
Yeah, just off the captain.
Number 8, Gamble there for Lancaster. Be really annoyed with that one. Really unfortunate. Well run in, though, by Askari Kebria there. Very unlucky for Lancaster. They've lost that early goal advantage straight away. Good for the neutrals.
Yeah.
Good for the home viewers. 2 early goals. Some nice attacks as well. But
yeah. This is what we said coming into the game, though, isn't it? You're not going to be struck for goals.
No,
You're going to get goals in this game, and that's what we're seeing up to now.
Yeah, it was never going to be a 0-0 up to 120 with penalties, that's for sure. Quarter-final as well, so getting to the business end of this competition, you really want to win this, get yourself in that semi.
Yeah, everything's on the line in this game.
I mean,
everything, both teams have come so far.
MMU will be looking for a double, a league and cup double if they can. I'm sure that will be a big boost for all of them going into next season. Gareth Smith will definitely be happy with himself for that. Give us a nice smiley interview afterwards, maybe.
That's what we're hoping for.
It's Gabriel Mooney there just dropping in for MMU, giving them that option so they can just keep holding the ball.
Yeah, MMU look to be back to their usual possession play where they're just confident on the ball, passing it through.
A little bit of an inaccurate pass there, but they get away with it. Lancaster just kicking it out for a throw-in.
Nice switch into the middle of the pitch here.
Tries to keep it going out to the wide as well. Doesn't get away with it though.
Got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, Nathan Baker. He's almost lost out the first time, and he has lost out the second time.
See if MMU can press and try and receive the ball back and create another chance. Ben Coward has just been gifted the ball. See what he can do with it. Passes it out wide. On the edge of the box.
There's good space there for
good defending there.
Scary Kebria did have a little bit of space there. Got the ball across. Benkow couldn't quite turn it into the net though. It was cleared out, but MMU take the ball again. Pressure building here on Lancaster. Gabriel Mooney there. Back to Nathan Baker. Both number 8s are captains today. Nathan Baker for MMU and Gamble for Lancaster.
Yeah, that's one thing you always seem to see in football is the midfielders becoming the captains of the team. Because they can see the whole pitch, they can communicate to every player. You'd like to see them as captains rather than strikers or defenders.
Oh, that was a really good ball in there actually. I don't know if that was Ben Cowder. It might have been the left back in fact. It might be Malaki Barbayala then. But good ball in. I think it's Ariascara Kebria that just couldn't quite get a finish on that. I think he tried a little cheeky back heel after through the legs, but didn't quite get away with it.
Yeah, it would have been a nice goal to see, especially in this stage of the game. It definitely put the hopes high, but didn't come off in the 11th minute, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've seen MMU as well. Like they are good from the start, but if you see them get to 1-2 goals ahead, that's when they really get into their stride. You know, you lose that little bit of nerves about conceding, and they can just go full flow attack, and they can really dominate teams then.
Yeah, I do remember. I believe it was September time where there was the first MMU Matchday Live broadcast and
against UClan.
Yeah, an MMU football team. They showed us levels that game, and they've not dropped them since.
Well, that was a tight game. That was 1-0 at half time, and then I think it was within 5 minutes of the second half start, and they got the second goal, and then were dominating and got their third goal about the 65th, and were just absolutely in control through the whole of that game. And I mean, actually, MMU were a little bit rusty that game because when they had their return leg against UClan away, they won 10-3. So
yeah,
they had an even better performance that day. If only it was here, we could have seen it.
Well, I can say though there is a bit of a difference between that last game, where Tom Carr was actually a hat-trick hero. And now he's not even on the pitch, so
that hat-trick was very good. One of them was slightly lucky with the ball comes back, he shoots it back off the post. As he hits the ground, it bounces back off his head and rolls in the bottom corner. It was entertaining for sure, a little bit lucky, but I'm sure he doesn't mind that. I think after that as well, I think he went and got a brace in the next game and a hat-trick in the game after that as well. Yeah, so I mean, Lancaster are probably thanking their lucky stars that he's not playing today.
Yeah, he definitely would be, especially because it would be a bit further up now.
Good little cross into the back post there. Was dangerous. Lancaster have just about dealt with it and kept it in play. Ref see nothing wrong with the double challenge there. Singer here, who has shown he's dangerous, got that early assist for Lancaster. He wins the foul.
Just takes time now for Lancaster to kind of calm down and take their time, see if they can regain the lead in the game like they had before.
Yeah, I mean, I think even just trying to hold this to a draw for as long as possible is not a problem for them, because, as you said, you don't want to let this MMU side start scoring goals and get into their stride too much, because they will punish you if they do that.
Yeah, once they get in the flow of it, it's different. It's very difficult to get back into the game.
Looks like MMU might have an early sub here. Ankle problem, it looks like. Just trying to see who that is down there. see who I can see. I mean, it's not Ben Coward. I can see him out there still. I think it might be the left back. Yeah, Malachi Babayale there. He's back up on his feet though. It's a good sign from MMU.
Yeah, he's sporting his Jack Grealish style socks as well.
Terrible. To be honest, Jack Grealish probably be playing with him next week after all the sanctions come in.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
This was this was City's old training ground as well, so they might be asking to come back here. We get to stream some of their games maybe.
We can stream some of the City games. Get a bit more viewership than this.
Not much though. Lancaster trying a long ball there, but just out. MMU back in possession.
Just straight out of play there. I think MMU, when they do it, it must be something they've tried on the training grounds where they know Ben Coward will be there to receive the ball. I feel like Lancaster have just seen it and thought, we can do that.
Well, again, with his being fast and tall, you know, you can risk playing that slightly high ball and getting like a header on it or a chest touch maybe as well with Coward. He's definitely not the standard winger, not the build of it for sure. Ooh, there was almost a really nice ball down the line there. Just gone out, unlucky. Coward and Mooney there just having a, well, Coward and Arias, Gary Kebria just having a little chat there. Lancaster with a throw in. 15 minutes into this quarter-final.
Yeah, I mean, these opening 15 minutes have been action-packed, we can say that, 1-1. And you can definitely tell there's no sign of either of these teams slowing down. It's constant pressure where Ben Coward's always looking to get in behind the Lancaster defence, and then Lancaster are also looking for openings like they did before. I think that Singer for Lancaster is definitely the Ben Coward of Lancaster, because it's kind of like they're playing the same position and they get the same spaces.
Yeah, both out on the left wing for each team, so opposite corners from each other, and both being the most dangerous players for each team so far. Definitely.
Lancaster just regained possession there with a tough tackle onto the MMU. Just gets a bit too confident with the ball there and loses it out. Singer, after all the praise we just gave him, but MMU are back in possession now.
Do you see that with flair players, isn't it? It's amazing when they get away with the skills and the tricks and the little passes and dribbles, but it can be very frustrating if it's not going their way and defenders on top of them. Maybe you take a quick free kick there. I didn't know if they'd maybe try and line up a shot actually, but they're going for the possession, playing it out. Quick feet there as well from Hamza Abazar. Well stopped though by the Lancaster defence. Doesn't quite drop to an MMU player on the outside. He's gone for that long ball to Singer, trying to release him down the left wing.
He does get it back though after a bit of a stroke of luck.
Yeah, Robert Berry seems like he's got a tough day trying to mark him out of this game.
Oh, that was a nice bit of movement there from Singer, and he does draw the foul.
Yeah, Gabriel Mooney there just getting stuck in. Didn't want to let him get past him too easily. See what MMU taking their free kicks and stuff quite quick because they just want to keep playing the ball around. You see that Lancaster are making sure to set their players up. They want to try and make the best out of any dead ball opportunity they get. Robert Berry there just seeing the ball out, not letting Singer have a sniff of it.
Yeah, he's muscling out Singer there. I think that's the biggest thing with these wingers pulling up against fullbacks. You can have the pace, you can have the physicality, but it's how you use your body there. He made sure to put his body in front of the player and shield it out for a goal kick.
The score is 1-0 and Lancaster have some good bits, but you can tell here they're the better team. Ooh, unlucky there. Hamza Abazar, I think he hesitated a little bit before he got to the ball there. Just didn't make it in the end. Baker doing well there just to rob that ball back off of Lancaster there.
Yeah, I think that's captain's duty there, where he's being able to help out his team.
Yeah, he drops into that back line a little bit more, helps out. We've tried a big diagonal ball in. I think he's going to make it. He has. Can he make something that's here? One-on-one beat the defender. Well seen out there.
He does win a corner.
Under pressure.
It's good one-on-one defending there from Lancaster, but you would have to say, I think the corner is the best situation he could have got there.
Yeah, it was a risky one. Once there was 7 for MMU there, got into the box, you know, does definitely want to give away a penalty, that's for sure. These corners have been a bit dangerous though. That was not a bad one there. I put him to that back post and just headed wide there, I think. Unlucky. But yeah, I don't know if you want to keep giving them MMU corners at the rate they're taking them now. You'd expect them to score them. Score at least one throughout this game if they keep getting them.
Yeah, they've had 3 up to now and we're not even 20 minutes in.
Yeah, and they've not been bad either. And there's that first one that they went short and then just went past them at the back post, and I think the last 2 have just flown straight over the back post, but they are dangerous. MMU are taking them well. This could be a lovely attack here if Gabriel Mooney could get a good touch on this. He's turned back, trying to set someone else up.
Go for the long shot.
He
did go for it. He went for the glory shot.
Adam DeHaal there, a bit too much underneath the ball, unfortunately though. Bit unfortunate for Gabriel Mooney, just couldn't get that that touch forward in towards the goal. We had to turn it back and find another option. Didn't do badly though. I think that's the goalkeeper and the left back or centre back here, just having a little bit of a chat. I think after that last kick that just dropped straight to MMU, he's probably saying blast it a bit further.
Lancaster do get ahead on this goal kick this time, and they're going to try and break with it. It gets past one.
Nice there, from low. Very good. He's actually been
He's
quite good on the ball
2
as well so far this
got
game.
past
So
3.
he's been causing trouble.
He's in the box.
Lays it off to the goal scorer, Boat. Can he get a second?
Oh.
No, he scuffed that a little bit.
That was a nice run by Lowe, though. He managed to get past 3 players there and get all the way into the opposition box.
Yeah, he laid it off for Singer actually for their first goal as well.
Yeah.
So this left-hand side for Lancaster is definitely maybe their stronger side, their dangerous side, because yeah, between Boak, Singer, and Lowe there, causing MMU some problems.
Yeah, it seems to be that triangle of players where they can pass it around and create spaces, and it seems to be very efficient, especially against this MMU side, which are quite known for like a tough defence where not many goals are let in, and they've let one in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, Lowe's causing problems again there. Could have been 2. A little bit unfortunate from Boat. He couldn't quite get it under control, and a touch ran him out away from the box a little further. He's gone for the little dink over touch. I mean, very impressive. Doesn't quite get away with it.
And he does get the corner.
Malachi by Bayala there, just getting on that.
So we've only seen 1 corner from Lancaster up to now, and it wasn't very memorable. So hopefully this one they can recreate a type of MMU type corner where it's right into the box where all the bodies are, and they can use their height advantage from low.
Singer there, right-footed out on that side. Wasn't a bad corner at all. Gets ahead on it.
Just not the right one that was needed, unfortunately, there.
I think Boak was complaining a little bit there that gambled maybe impeded his jump a little bit, his captain there. He definitely had something to say to him. Talking about Jack Grealish, that number 6 looked like Jack Grealish from behind for a second there, was there?
He's creating waves across the football world. Just not in the City team, unfortunately.
Lancaster with a throw here in their own half.
See there again, just from set pieces, throw-ins, goal kicks, they just give away possession so freely, and it can definitely come back to punish them and haunt them.
Yeah, I think with MMU as well, you know, they can be really sneaky in their pursuit of the ball. It can seem like they're not actually putting pressure on, and suddenly they're on top of someone, you know. A little bit unlucky there, that pass. Well, the touch wasn't the best.
Got Lancaster in possession. He's going to try a long ball up to Singer. Can he win this battle this time? He does. See if he can get past him with his quick feet.
Yeah, Robert Berry's a little bit nervous, doesn't want to commit too much.
He's all alone here, Singer, and he had no support there on the left-hand side. He had to put a ball in the box. They do still have possession, though. Lancaster, they're having comfortable possession here where
Doing
they can
really
just
well.
pass the ball and try and create openings, and they've still got the ball here from this loose kick.
Yeah, they're actually holding it in the MMU halfer as well. Something that neither team's maybe expecting a lot of. Doing well though to recycle the ball and just keep hold of it. Nice tight passes so far as well.
Gamble there for Lancaster. He seems to be like the centre of attention for that last, I'd say, 2 minutes of possession, where he's been passing it and running, and he's definitely been the focal point of Lancaster's attack up to now.
Yeah, Nathan Baker wasn't happy that that's been given as a foul there, but Gamble played it well. He took a gamble.
Yeah, he did.
And he's got away with a free kick. I mean, Lancaster really want to do something from this. Holding that ball well. So I think it's Gamble and that low in the middle as well. So they've got good centre mid pair in there for Lancaster. It does always give you a good base to build on. Let's try to zip it in, but couldn't get it under control for the Lancaster man there. And you could come on the counter here if they can play this quickly. He has. Number 9 there.
Yeah, I think he just had to put it out there. You could definitely tell that Cabrio was coming on the attack, and there was no chance of him dribbling that away, especially at the speed that he was coming at him, so just decided to kick it out.
And here's a throw here. Deep in the Lancaster half. Just holding that ball again. They drop back a little bit. Trying to open up some space, get some options running. Number 4 there, Adam DeHaal, just holding it.
Yeah, just then Lancaster actually had 10 players behind the ball. So they're playing a bit more defensive now. But then when they get the ball, it's straight attack where all the players are joining the attack and they're managing to create spaces like that.
Yeah, it's kind of the balance, isn't it? Trying to hold possession when you've got it and commit players forward, but especially when you're playing against a better, at least by league team, you don't want to risk too much going forward. Gabriel Mooney there just losing out on the ball.
Just a bit of muscle there from the left back of MMU. He managed to keep possession and just pass it back to the goalkeeper. Can restart it from here.
Prince Osei there, the pass out. Oof.
I think it was a bit of a high boot. Ref seen that as well.
I think that's a little bit harsh, to be honest. I didn't think it was that high. It wasn't exactly head height. He was going for the ball and the bloke's run into his swinging leg, but I'm not the ref up there, and Lancaster will be very happy with a free kick. Gamble's taking it again. Must be their set piece man and captain. They've had a little bit better from this one than the last one.
Yeah, you can definitely see this going into the centre circle though. Oh, sorry, the centre of the box, the penalty box.
Well cleared out there by MMU. It's that left back there, Malachi Babayale.
Just unlucky there, trying to get the ball to Singer, but he just didn't get through, unfortunately, and MMU just get the ball back in
Prince
OC.
Osei back there is quite happy to pick up the ball, I think. Coward did get up for that, but the Lancaster right back's beating him to it. Long throw there, to be fair. Loose in the middle, but Lancaster have picked it up. And there comes Lowe again, who has been really dangerous in the ball. Lovely little like Ronaldo chop pass there to Singer, who lines up a shot.
Tried it.
Yeah, tried that shot from edge of the box, and it was bobbling through towards the keeper, but after all the touch off MMU defenders, it was too slow to beat Prince Osei there. I mean, you've gone on the counter here. Nice long ball, but too long. Straight into Stobbart's hands. I'm sure he'll be happy with this. I'm sure there's a nervous second there.
Yeah, once again there, Lancaster, they have the ball in possession and they have time, but he's just playing a risky ball forward and it's just not coming off for them.
Yeah, it's almost like they're seeing that MMU are trying that long over the top ball as well and thinking we can do it just as good as you guys can, but MMU are holding the ball at the same time and they're waiting to play that long ball until that they know there is a player there making a run, whereas Lancaster a little bit more seem to be hitting it with a bit more hope that someone's going to be there and from a lot deeper like that. But it could pay off here. It was a nice ball.
Yeah, he does get it. He gets past one. Can he put
really
the ball in the box? Can he find the player? He's gone for the shot there.
Yeah, I think he's just thinking put the keeper under pressure when he's expecting a pass maybe. Well done for Prince Jose. It was a nice run out there, to be fair, as well. Not sure who that is, but it was a nice run. Unless they've made some subs, we've got the wrong numbers, I think, for Lancaster, unfortunately. We don't have a 13, that's for sure. Low, they're trying to get up, drop it down for Singer, but MMU clear it. Lancaster get it again.
Oof. That was a 50-50 challenge there, and MMU come away with it, but they lose the ball, and they get it right back.
Was the boots lower in that one than it was in that last tackle that was wearing a high boot? I mean, both of them were going at it, but double jeopardy, but it was just as hard as the last ones.
Yeah, I guess 50-50 and referee sees it a little bit different.
Oh, Coward there with a nice little touch round, but he can't quite pick up the ball again. Lancaster just blasted into him for a throw in deep in their own half.
Lancaster getting away with the ball, and he's just sloppy with possession there. He's just passed it straight into the MMU defence, and I just...
Yeah, Boak there's dropped down from striker to try and offer a helping hand, but actually he's just giving MMU the ball in the Lancaster half.
Bit of stroke of luck there. They do get the ball back, and nothing bad came from that loss of possession.
MMU on the attack here.
In the penalty area, he's gone down.
I think he lost his
Referee's
balance
not-
there, yeah. Ref didn't want to entertain that one.
Referee's not even taking a second glance at that.
How they're trying to put some pressure on. They've dropped a nice little ball actually to the back there, and Robert Berry just seeing the danger of Singer approaching him, just had to get that out. Again, ref didn't want any of that.
Yeah, Lancaster, big shouts there. Could hear it from the pitch side, but no shouts.
Ooh, went for the speculative ping there, but not quite. Would have been spectacular if he'd managed it. I mean, it had to be a good shot to beat Prince Jose from out there.
Yeah.
Just out for a goal kick, which MU had taken, and again, just holding that ball around the back, confidence on the ball. Nice kind of stuff that Gareth Smith always wants to get into his team, you know, solid at the back, well, confidence on the ball and still committing players forward. This looks like it could be a really good ball out to Ben Coward. It's lost its pace a little bit, but...
He's beat him a few times, and he's beaten him again.
Ooh,
Trying to get that ball in the box.
Back. Got the ball back, though. Can he get it a third time here? No, not quite.
Well,
yeah, good
in turn.
Good run from Ben Coward. Tries to put that ball across. Centre-back did well, actually, to stop it dead. And
yeah, I think the centre-back has seen that the right-back for Lancaster struggling a lot against Ben Coward one-on-one, so I think putting an extra man on him is the right thing to do.
Yeah, definitely, and it's really going to be a tough day for both right-backs at the moment. His left wing is one of the most dangerous players of both teams. Ref has stopped this one, though. Wasn't happy with that tackle there. And Again, Lancaster push all their players up for this free kick.
It's a long ball up, just straight to the goalkeeper.
Way too long.
Yeah, we keep saying this, but they need to stop doing this, I think, to try and get back into this game. I know it's 1-1, but it's been heavily MMU possessed, and MMU pressures is getting to them, I think.
Yeah, and the thing with Lancaster as well that we haven't actually spoke about yet is that they need to get these goals early doors where their team is fit, because they've only got 2 subs. I mean, MMU don't have loads; they've got 4, but you know, away from home, only 2 subs to bring on. You know, you want to try and get those goals early doors so you can at least relax a little bit more in the second half where possible. And you have another corner. They've been very dangerous with the 3 or 4 corners they've had so far as well.
Yeah, during these corners, actually, 2 of the Lancaster players actually stay upfield. I think they're waiting for a big counter-attack.
Oh, close as well there. Bounced off a little ping-pong motion for a second and just dropped down to keep at the back post.
Lancaster, they're just trying to break, and Gamble actually loses out the ball, but does very well to win it back. But it ends up in MMU's possession anyways. Ben Coward on the left wing, can he beat him again? No, the defender actually gets the better of him this time, and he wins a throw-in.
I've got to say, I think number 7 is Mark Vaflick. Even though it's not the line that we had and he's starting on the bench. I think that is him out there. It definitely looks like him if it isn't. Might be wrong. I think I might be right.
Yeah, here's Lancaster back on the pressure. Beats one. Oh, they're in the penalty box here. It's great defending there really from Robert Berry, and
but he has. I think the ref's given a corner there, which is unfair. I think much a shout him out the window that is not a corner, because actually Rob Berry did really well. Yeah, and it was just that final touch that knocked it away from the Lancaster player that knocked it out of the pitch. But Lancaster have the corner in. Obviously, they'll want to punish MMU, and MMU will definitely be a little bit annoyed to see this one go in, if it does. I think the game's slowed down a little bit as well, as a little bit of fatigue set. You know, we're playing for 37 odd minutes here. It's not quite as fast as it was in the first 10 or 15. Very high cross there. Cleared out by MMU.
Yeah, I think the set pieces here from Lancaster are they're not up to par today. I think they've had 3 corners and they've had 3 free kicks, and nothing's come from it, unfortunately. I think they're wasting a very good opportunity there.
Ref's not giving fouls too easily here. Just don't mind, to be fair.
Oh, he's really racing to try and keep that in, but just couldn't get to it. Here is Lancaster, though. I believe they won a corner with that.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're starting to get those corners back as well. I mean, MMU, they've had some good corners, but they've not actually profited from them yet. And if Lancaster could get one here, they'd be very happy with themselves, I'm sure. A little bit lower this time than that last one. Ooh, that was actually dropping in, I think, to low there in the box. A low cross too low. But MMU did well to clear it out. And this could be dangerous, actually, for Lancaster as well. MMU got a few players up.
He switched it up. Ben Coward, he knows he can take him. There he is, there's one.
Hasn't given up, though, that centre-back, I think it is. Oh, what a ball across there. Ben Coward with another brilliant run. Nice little pass as well. And I think that's number 9, is it? Aria Ascari Kebria is just...
Yeah, it's a wasted opportunity that.
He's tried to open his body up and he's just opened it too far and shot that one wide. He's really unlucky.
It was nice back and forth play though between them two. Ben Coward managing to beat one and get into the box, but the finish just wasn't up to par, unfortunately, and they just have to go again.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to leave it too long before they get their next goal. We know they're a very good team and they can score goals quickly out of almost nothing, it can seem like, but you definitely don't want it to be 85th minute and still 1-0, or even worse. You know, Lancaster are going to this game and they are starting to get some better opportunities. If MMU go down again, it could be a bit of concern. Oh, and here's a good ball though. Is Ben Coward going to win the leg race there?
He's got the pace.
He has.
He has. He's in the box.
He goes to that pass across again, and Lowe has just come steaming in like a train there and just cleared that. I think it went all the way over the fence. In fact, it cleared it out so hard. MMU taken another corner, which I hope to do a little bit better from. I mean, it only takes being a little bit better from the corners they've had so far for them to get a goal as well.
Yeah, their corners have been really high standard up to now, where it's always causing a problem, and you'd like to see this again, and hopefully they can score from it.
I've got to say, this number 4 Lowe for Lancaster's been really impressive. He's really impressed me so far this game, both offensively and defensively. He's getting really stuck in. They've gone for that short one again to the back post. And Malachi Babayale there just couldn't get up for it. It's a bit too high. They're definitely trying to aim for that back post with all their crosses, though.
Yeah, it must be something they've been working on in training, where at the back post, I guess it's unmarked. We have seen that in the past few attempts where the player at the back post has been unmarked and he's just not reached the ball, or he's just a bit too high, a bit too long for him.
I guess the keeper's normally a bit close to the front post as well, especially from a corner, so they're trying to aim for that back corner. It makes it more difficult for them as well. But they've done two short free kicks, haven't they, and crossed it in from a slightly different angle, and 3 straight from the corner, all aimed from that same area at the back post. Here is Malachi there carrying the ball. MMU here just holding the ball again. We've seen this a lot. I'd love it if we had passing stats and stuff around the back there, just to see how much they've been holding the ball there. Keeping control of the game, waiting for those opportunities to open up at the front.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the last 5 minutes now, and you can just cool the tempo down and take your time.
Little foul there. I think it was a push from behind. Sent the MMU player over. He's not massively happy there. Area Ascari Kebria.
Yeah, no cards have been shown this half though. No cards. Only been a few fouls. It's been quite a clean game.
Yeah, nothing too major. Not quite like the futsal with the last time we did it. There was about 7 cards in that game.
Yeah, that game was very different to what we used to seeing.
Yeah, you don't see many cards at uni level, really. I mean, I'd love to see someone put a crunching challenge in and get a red, but it's definitely not common at this level. These lads are a little bit better than that. He went for the long ball there. It wasn't very necessary, but they've actually got away with it. Managed to pick it back up after Lancaster touch.
Oh, the ball's in the box. It got past 2 and no one was there to put a foot onto the end of it, unfortunately, and it went out for a MMU throw.
Yeah, suspected Mark Faflick and Gabriel Mooney there, both in there, but neither had moved into the place they needed to be. If they'd got anything on that, I think it would have easily been a goal.
Yeah.
Throw's just gone over him there. Lancaster have picked it up. Comes low again. You know he's confident in the ball. He's not going to worry about charging forward with it. Nice little pass into Boak, but well cleared up by Robert Berry as well, who zips it forward to the keeper for Lancaster.
Yeah, no nonsense clearance that. Got a bit of Sean Dyche-esque.
Well, on our record as well, both teams line up at a perfect 1-11, which is very Sean Dyche-esque, but I have massive respect for that.
That's keeper's ball all day. I think these long balls from Lancaster, once again, they're just not working out. You have to say that at half-time, the manager has to say something about it. It's just not working out.
The thing is, it's an easy danger ball, isn't it? You know, you can pick up things from those long balls. You can get goals and stuff, but I mean, we've seen that patch where Lancaster had the ball and then we half about 2 minutes, we were just zipping it around. The surprised that since then we haven't seen a bit more of that, really. That hasn't given them the confidence to believe that they can, you know, control the ball in the MMU half. And they've not really tried to do it since, even though they did seem very good at that patch of the game. And yeah, playing to MMU's hands a little bit, because, you know, they are risking these long balls as well. But because they've got so much more of the ball, it doesn't seem quite so bad. Oh, called for offside there, I think. Yes. Or has it been a foul on Coward outside the box? No, it has been a foul, okay.
Yeah, just outside the box there.
To be honest, I thought for a second it could have been a foul inside the box. Coward looked like he's getting grabbed up a little bit by the defender.
Fortunately, we've got no VAR here, and this ref's word to go above everyone else's, but this looks like a good shooting opportunity here for the captain of the team. But I think he will opt for the ball into the box. Oh, he did go for the shot. What
a goal
sizzling shot there from Nathan Baker.
That was an absolute beauty, just from that right in the corner of the box as well. Just think he's caught the keeper a little bit surprised, really, because it was close to him as well, but just dipped under that bar. And
yeah, I think the finesse it had on it as well.
Here we go. We see it again. The keeper should be in a good spot for this as well. Oh, it's just. I think for a second he thinks it's not going towards him, and it just keeps curling.
Yeah, that angle doesn't do it justice. From the angle that we're sat at, you could see the curl was just going straight at him. Then last second it dips to the left, and keeper was just caught unaware. And it's a beautiful free kick there from Nathan Baker.
I mean, there's another string in the bow from you as well. We've seen them get goals from set pieces and dead balls. And I mean, if you can score from free kicks like that as well, you know you've always got good chances in the game. And he's done really well there. Nathan Baker showing why he's the captain of the team. With a very well taken free kick to put MMU 2-1 up. Last minute of this first half. And here could this be MMU getting a double just before half time to really kill Lancaster's hope of getting to the semi-final? They've got a corner. I mean, we spoke about this from their first game where MMU managed to get 2 in a few minutes. They can be good at that, you know, they can smell blood once they've got that chance in. I think if MMU were to get another goal here, that would probably be 1.5 foot in the semi-final.
Yeah, once their confidence skyrockets like that, there's no stopping them.
Whoa. Malachi Babayala there with the last action of the first half, trying to go for a little bicycle kick from a nice run in. So that is the end of the first half there. 2-1 to MMU. See from the stats, it's actually not been as dominant on the stats. More corners.
No, I mean, yeah, watching the game, you can tell it's not been too one-sided, but goal opportunities, scoring, MMU have definitely been better.
Well, yeah, Lancaster have more shots on target there, but I think we obviously don't have possession stats. But I think if you had a possession stat, you may be looking at a 65%, maybe even 70% for MMU. They have definitely held that ball a lot more. Good first half, though.
Yeah.
Lancaster won't be too discouraged. They've got themselves that early goal, and they are still in the game. Very unfortunate. Yeah, I forgot it was an own goal, actually, that set them back to 1-1. And that amazing free kick from Baker, I don't think there's any complaints, really. He knows keeper doesn't have too much of a chance on it. It is a very good hit.
Yeah, you can't blame the keeper there at all.
So I think you may stop hearing us for a second. We have some replays. Oh, no, straight on the replays. Here we go. So here's the free kick. Yeah, keeper just...
right in the roof of the net, that.
He's watching it as well. He's in a good spot, but it's just too well struck. So we've got one replay for you there. I'm sure Callum's on the mission. Here we go. So I still think that might be Mark Faflick out there. Number 7. You see Asghari Kebria puts that ball across, and Gamble's just so unlucky. He's just not sure what he's going for at that moment in time, because it's a really dangerous place to take a touch. I don't know if he's just instinctively trying to stop the ball.
Yeah, it's tough on a captain. That for the captain to score an own goal, it really brings the team down a little bit, I guess. But
just unfortunate as well. You know, I think he's just taken that instinctive touch as he would anywhere else in the pitch, and unfortunately, he's so close to the goal that it's just rolled through Stobbart's legs and put Lancaster back to 1-0 when, you know, MMU hadn't looked as dangerous as they normally do up to that point. They had some good attacks and good runs, but being a goal behind, I'm sure Lancaster would hold on to that as long as possible, being a goal up.
Yeah, definitely. I think you see here...
It's that Lancaster goal. Sigurd did really well. Boak takes a good couple of touches. I mean, don't want to be too critical, but Ollie Hitchcock's there for MMU. Maybe could have done a little bit better to shield that, not let him turn around so easily, but really nice goal from Lancaster. quite unfortunate that they were to concede that own goal so shortly after that point. But that is the first half. 2-1 now. We may leave you for the rest of this half time, but we'll be back in the second half to see who is going into this semi-final. tonight, so we're not far from the second half here, and we have had some little updates in the team in the background. So yeah, it has been Mark Faflick playing out number 7 out on the right wing there, as I suspected. And we were talking about Tom Carr being to play. He hadn't been on the subs bench on the list we've been given, but Gareth Smith is playing mind games like no one has ever seen, and apparently he will be coming on in the second half, which if I was a Lancaster defender is probably the last thing I want it to be seen after first half where MMU have looked good on the attack as well. And I think if you add Tom Carr to that front three mix at the moment, it's going to be real dangerous for Lancaster, and I think they're going to struggle to get through this game without conceding more goals.
Yeah, it depends who they take off. I think that's the biggest thing. If they do take off Ben Coward, I feel like it's player for player. But if they do take off Kebria, who's up front, I think this can cause serious problems for Lancaster, and that can really bring out the full potential of Tom Carr.
Yeah, Kebria's not had a bad half. He's had some chances and he's had some nice runs. I mean, he caused the own goal as well early doors, didn't he? But when you come to Tom Carr, it's just a slightly different conversation. The lad is. The lad is a bit of a joke of a player, especially at this division. Like, he just seems to drift past people and get goals every time he plays.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he was signed a contract. There's a reason why he was and certain players weren't.
Yeah, he is very good. So you can just see the MMU players come out early as well, which, me personally, I always think that's a good mind game. When you're that first team out in that second half, just showing you're ready to go. And they're chatting away to each other, doing little skills in the ball. Lancasterville split up and a little bit of a head down there. Tom Carr hasn't been subbed on yet. I think he's just still warming up down the side.
Yeah, MMU always calm and composed. I haven't really seen them being flustered or scared in possession. They're always very calm. That must be something Gareth Smith's teaching them.
Yeah, I could see it could be Mooney or Kebrio comes off here when they sub on Tom Carr. Because I'm sure that Tom Carr had said to us before that he doesn't mind playing in that creative role a little bit, dropping that space and getting the ball a little bit more.
He's a jack of all trades, because I do remember in the first game that we streamed here at Matchday Live, he started off in the centre, drifted out wide, still got his hat-trick on the wide. Got 2 goals in the centre.
In the first half, wasn't it? He was out wide on the left. And I think in the second half, I think maybe Coward or Faflick got subbed off someone. He went into centre and then just started picking up even more goals.
That's what I mean. And if he wants to play in a creative role, he's just a jack of all trades.
I mean, he definitely said before that he just loves to score goals, but I think he just loves to do everything in that attack for MMU, and he normally does, in all fairness to him.
I hate to break it to you, but I think
he's actually going out with the flag there. Yeah, it's going to be the lino.
He's the
warm-up?
lino for the start of this game. Nice warm-up. Put some fear into the Lancaster players with a flag in his hand.
The second half has started. I mean, Benji, in your professional opinion, what do you think Lancaster can do here to get back into this game?
I mean, I preached this a lot in the first half. Stop doing these long balls, these balls that are just going up and not really getting to anyone. We saw in the first half that great spur of 2-3 minutes where we were passing it around in the opposition half and they looked in control. If they do more of that like they're doing right now.
Doing really good right now. There's Singer again causing problems for MMU. I think he's tried to take on too many though, should have maybe looked for that pass to Low outside the box. But did have MMU concerned for a second. MMU have come away with the ball again though. And yeah, I have to say I'd agree. Trying to play with that ball like we've just seen then, like we saw in that patch, where yeah, they just held the ball consistently in the MMU half. That seems to be the best stuff they've done.
Yeah, I think just then we seen Singer dancing through, trying to get past 3-4 players when the pass was open. I think there must be something that the manager's saying to him where the manager might be saying just do what you can for yourself, but you should always look around for a pass. You should always keep your options open. And
looks like Lancaster, sorry to cut you off there, Benji. I think Lancaster have changed their positions a little bit, because it looks like number 11 Boak there has actually gone out to the right wing where he was playing striker before, and Gamble, who I'm sure was playing in the middle before, it looks like he's put himself up top. The captain there for Lancaster. He's definitely further up the pitch than he was before. And now the ball is played down to him as well. He looks like he's won the race. Good chest touch.
Oh, it's just wide. It's just wide, but it was a great touch there. And
yeah, Hitchcock's was on him, but didn't quite do enough to actually stop him. He's opened himself up for this shot and just shot wide, unfortunately, for Lancaster. And you again pick up the ball from Prince Jose.
yeah,
There.
Nathan Baker, he's calm. Player was coming towards him and he just slight pass to the left.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to feel the pressure on the ball at all.
I mean, after that free kick, he must be filled with confidence. That free kick was
sublime.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've got to say as well, this Malachi Babayala down here, number 5 at left back, you can just see at the side of your screen there. I think he's had a really good game. I think he's been doing quite well. Didn't have to see too much from that first half because he didn't do loads down that side, Lancaster, but attacking-wise, he's had a few opportunities at headers and stuff at the back post, and he seemed energetic.
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
I think if he's trying to get into that first team as well, because I don't think he's the starting left back, or not at least in the games that we've seen so far. He's not doing a bad thing to get himself in there at the moment. You're trying to do some bits down the left wing, but they've lost out on the ball. Oh, and, I think Gamble. Oh no, it's not. It's Van Wyck instead. Actually, there.
Coward now.
Lowe's robbed the ball off him.
Yeah, I think
Lowe, another good player for Lancaster there, has done really well so far.
Yeah, I think Coward did a bit too much. A bit too much there. Normally he's good for taking on players and knowing when to stop, but that time I think he just went one player too many.
I think him and Singer have both almost got the same thing in their head, where they know they've cooked players a couple of times in the game, so they're just thinking, I might as well just keep trying it. You know, I've got away with it a few times, and if I can create that chance, you know, people will forget the times you lost the ball when you assist a goal or score one yourself from a nice bit of dribbling.
Yeah, I mean, Mick Phillips there on right back for Lancaster. He's been getting cooked all game by Coward. Coward's been delighted when he sees him in front of him. So I think he's seeing that and his confidence has gone through the roof.
Yeah, not saying that in a way to be too negative towards Phillips there, McPhillips. But
yeah, Ben Coward's just on another level today.
Yeah, he is a very good player. He's really difficult to stop on the ball. Lancaster seemed to be pressing a little bit more as well there. They were running at the MMU defenders a bit more. Maybe that's another message that he's tried to give them at half-time, is that we can't keep leaving MMU with all the time in the world and the ball in their own half. Malachi there is trying to play it down the wing. Cleared up by Lancaster for an MMU throw. Harris Thomas there with a throw-in.
Yeah, MMU have definitely slowed down what they're doing.
You know what as well? I think MMU have changed to almost like a 4-2-4 here.
Ooh, it's a nice try there from, I believe that's number 4, Adam Dahau.
Yeah, so as I was saying then, Harris Thomas is actually out here almost as left winger, and it looks like Ben Coward's got more central because he was hanging around definitely nearer into the box than he had been in the first half. Harris Thomas filling that left, so maybe Gareth Smith's trying to really put the pressure on it, pin them back, because they definitely had 2 strikers near the edge of the box and 2 wide men right out on the touchline, so stretching that team and getting a lot of people forward. Baker there with a good corner as well.
It's just gone wide.
I think the ref is pointing for a penalty there.
Yeah, he has. He's pointing for a penalty there. We didn't really see what happened actually, but
I think he brought someone down at the back post as it was dropping in for him. And I think we've got Mark Faflick taking the penalty as well. Seen him scoring against Salford, did really well. I think he put that bottom corner that day. So we'll see if he goes for something. It was down to the keeper's right, so bottom left for him. I think, if I remember correctly.
See if he can convert this. He should be able to. He's very calm. And he does.
He goes top left, so he goes to the keeper's right. his left, puts it at the top corner, definite 3-1 to MMU against Lancaster, quarter-final, and you've got to say they're probably going into the semi-final now. They've probably been the better team as well, MMU. You know, they are in the division above Lancaster. Really well taken penalty there from Faflik. We've seen it before. I'm sure we'll see it again as well. But yeah, there's MMU 3-1. We've got the replay here. Yeah,
he's placed that.
Just stares at the ball the whole time. And pretty unstoppable penalty, to be fair. Top corner like that, really difficult for a keeper to stretch themselves there and call it right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's the Aldi Conference Cup or the Champions League. I don't think many keepers are stopping that.
No, when it's top corner like that, I mean, yeah, you've got to be a 6'6", top of your prime keeper, I think, to even get a glove to that. And MMU now, got to make sure they don't get too relaxed about things. You know, they don't want to slip and concede a goal. We know that Lancaster can score goals, but they do want to do stuff like this, which is get dangerous attacks back on themselves. Is he going to beat the keeper to the ball? Oh, really unlucky there.
Super unlucky there.
Scary Kebria did really well, actually. Took a nice touch, and he's just trying to kind of dink it over the keeper, but the keeper did well to come out early and stop that attack. It was dangerous. Ben Cowder did play a nice ball through to him. And Lancaster on a return here. Singer again. He has been dangerous. Tries to get that ball across, but just seen out.
But I do have to say, though, that Lancaster as a team, their technical ability and their individual performances, they're not far off. It's just the team play and the way that they're moving against each other and the teamwork that they're doing. It's just not as fluent or as fluid as MMU's is. And that's definitely just been shown by the scoreline. Yeah, just as I'm saying there, a pass that just was meant for number 11, Bulk, just goes out wide and goes for a throw-in for MMU.
So you can't see the overlay at the moment. I'm not sure why you can't see the overlay, but it is 3-1, 53 minutes. There we go. Cheers, boys, 54th minute. Trying to do a lot on the ball there, McPhillips for Lancaster, but Nathan Baker again just being that calming presence in the middle, good on the ball, good at winning it back. Yeah, you know, Coward and Faflik and Tom Carr get a lot of praise in this team, but players like Baker are what make it tick. Doing so well around the middle and winning the ball back, giving his team that platform to move forward. MU are throwing here, not far from the halfway line. Throws it over the halfway line, tries to twist it on with a header. They have kept it, well, picked up by Lowe there again. Takes a tumble but stays in the ball. Really good in the ball, Lowe. He's not, don't know if you've seen him lose the ball really.
Yeah, I mean, the guy of his size as well, he's really good at dribbling.
Really quick feet, good ball rolls, keeps that ball close to him as well. Makes it really difficult for MMU to take it off him.
I would say the role that he's playing,
the dangerous ball
defensive midfielder.
So Ben Coward is trying to take him on, taking him physically as well.
Yeah, it's good defending there. He's been beat out a few times, as I mentioned before, but he won it now, and maybe it's the manager at half-time has told him something, told him a way to stop him.
Well, that was a real physical battle there as well. We saw from each other, good angle. We could focus right in on it. See him as well, using that height to get that header, keep the ball in for MMU. Well taken there, Robert Berry.
Yeah, right, MMU in possession. Took it out to the left back. Just keeping hold of the ball, keeping possession, not doing anything rash. There's no need to. They're 3-1 up.
See Harris Thomas out here. Yeah, you would think he is a left back, but he is pushed right up, and Malachi Babayala has been left as the left back down in their end. Harris Thomas really pushed up. Maybe it's almost like a 3. Don't know, 3-3-4 maybe almost when they're on the ball, MMU. because they are committing a lot of players forward. And now they've almost dropped into a back 5. Looking at defenders there. I know Baker, I guess, dropping in as well to add that extra body.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to put this game to bed, I guess. I mean, the earlier you get more goals, the more you can break the mental of the other team.
MMU just seem to be able to really vary their play and formation and style, and a lot of their players seem to be able to do a lot of good stuff in both ends of the field, and makes it so difficult, especially for travelling teams here. MMU taking a little bit of domination in the corners again after quite an equal first half of corners, up to 8 now to just Lancaster's 5.
Yeah, and MMU they're due a goal from a corner from the corners that they're putting in.
Definitely. Keeper's spilt it.
Yeah, as I was just saying.
It's not the best goal you've ever seen, but and there he is again, Malachi Babayala. We were saying he's been having a good game out there as well, and he'd had some chances from early corners. The keeper's just had him there. He's just got his hands up and just not tipped it nearly powerfully enough, and it's basically just bounced off of Babayala there at the back post just to roll in. I mean, he'd be very happy with that. Happy with his performance so far today. He has been getting into those areas and probably got what he and MMU have deserved from the good corners they have been putting in.
Yeah, I mean, just before the corner was taken, we said that it was coming, and you know, I didn't expect it to come through that way with the keeper spilling it, but Faflik there, great corner, and then Babayale, he was waiting, he was poaching at the back post. Even though a defender was onto him, I think he used his physicality to just get over and get the goal.
Yeah, just jumped in front of him, didn't he? Nipped in exactly what they needed. Ooh,
that was a tough one, yeah.
Did well to clear it out, taking a bit of a kick, slightly theatrical roll. I'm sure it didn't feel great. Maybe trying to just get in Lancaster's head more, picking up cards maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he went down in the first half for a few minutes with a little injury, and then this time he's gone down, rolled about and got straight back up. It's good for the viewers at home. You'd have to say, though, it's 4-1 now, we're just under 60 minutes into the game, and there's no sign of Tom Carr. I think if you do bring Tom Carr on, it's just rude.
Well, knowing what he's like, I'm sure he's probably raring to get involved. I'm sure he loves scoring goals, and he probably sees it as chances to get them in this game as well. The more Lancaster tie here, the more MMU get in ahead, the more goals you see MMU scoring, really.
See there, Lancaster swarming the referee. Wasn't a fan of that decision, and
I don't really know what they're complaining about, to be honest. It was a heavy challenge. They got a free kick, you know.
I think he wants a card. I think that's the problem there. I think they want a yellow. Or at least, I think they want a red, but at least a yellow.
To be honest, I think for Lancaster at the moment, I don't even think necessarily MMU going down to 10 men would give them a win. Do you know what I mean? MMU have played so well, and Lancaster have kind of been the artists of their own demise. You know, wasting balls with a lot of long balls that haven't worked out for them. You know, I think it's just on them how they go about the rest of this game. Really, I don't think it depends if MMU go a player down at all. Nice free kick straight in, cleared up by MMU though. Oh, very nice there from Mark Faflik.
Yeah, quick feet. Pass just didn't come off, but
it was a well attempted little outside the boot pass. You know, you can't expect them all to come off. Well played there to pick that ball back up for MMU, and this could be really dangerous. Ben Coward could be one-on-one if you get it over the keeper.
Oh, the keeper was
really
quick off his line.
I mean, it's 4 goals, maybe a little bit harsh on the stop it there in goal for Lancaster. I know he's not done amazingly on that one, and the free kick did go over where he was, but he has also made some really good stops. He's come out of his box very well. He's stopped good one-on-ones by coming out early and making himself big. But I just think they've had a bit of a flood of chances against them, and there's only so many you can stop, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when a team need him the most, he doesn't come through, unfortunately, this game. But
you've got to think the own goal, the penalty, and that one from the corner. There's nothing. There's nothing. Well, no, the corner obviously was the one that was a bit on him. But the free kick, I mean, it's nothing that he's on. He can change about them really.
Guess what he can do from now is just try and stop a fifth from going in, because that can ruin the mental completely for the Lancaster team. I mean, 5-1 would definitely put the game to bed. I think 4-1, it's getting there. But all Lancaster need is a few good goals, and Singer is definitely the type of player to get that.
I think they have looked a little bit more tired in this second half, Lancaster. And they did give a lot in the first. And MMU just go from strength to strength really in this game, and have probably grown into it, and their performance has just steadily improved and improved as it's gone on. Not that they started badly, that's for sure, but yeah, tough for Lancaster to keep up with this MMU team. They're doing so well. And a very high shot there, it's gone all the way out and hit a tree.
Yeah, I mean, this Lancaster team, they're going for the spectacular to try and bring up the team morale, because what they're trying to do, these one-on-ones and team plays and long balls, it's not working.
No, but I can see how as well it can maybe seem like the only option at times when they're going on quick counter-attacks and stuff, but they've not quite had that accuracy on the passes. Yeah, just with the ball around the back, something we've seen a lot of in this game.
But yeah, I have noticed a pattern with the MMU attack where the left side's been very focused with Harris Thomas and Ben Coward. Must be a duo that they'll be working on in training. There it is again, playing, and
oh, it's dropping to him as well.
Oh,
well stopped off
really
the line.
Unlucky, it's good position awareness from the Lancaster defender, but as I was saying just then, yeah, Harris Thomas and Ben Coward link up play
once again. Yeah, it's something we've seen a lot of in this game. Remember, you've definitely come down this left-hand side a lot more. Very unlucky for Ascari Kebria to not get himself a goal there. Actually, well cleared off the line by I think it was number 2, McPhillips, for Lancaster there. With another corner. We won't want to repeat the last one here, Lancaster, that's for sure. I'll just say 5-1 can be really demoralising. Does get up well, actually. Number 6 there, Ollie Hitchcocks, but can't quite get the accuracy he needs. So 4-1, about to be the 65th minute, and Lancaster have a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, Ed, in these last 25 minutes, what do you think Lancaster can do? Do you think they can bring it back?
Very tough. I mean, obviously, you get it to full rule, then it will go to extra time, but I guess the thing is the amount of intensity and pressure they're going to have to play with, and how many men they're going to need to commit forward to get 3 goals in this last 25 minutes. Even if they manage to get the 3 goals, I'd be surprised if MU didn't get a goal back. You know, for them to commit enough players forward to cause MU that many problems, I think will leave them so exposed at the back that it's kind of a, I don't know, it's almost an impossible situation really. It's not where you want to be in a cup tie, that's for sure. But Lancaster can be, they can be happy with themselves, you know, getting to a quarter final. They're only in the 3rd division, I think, so it's not, they're not, by league rating at least, they're not one of the best teams in the competition. So getting to the quarterfinals is definitely not a bad thing. And I think they've still got 4 or 5 games left in the league. So maybe they can focus on those a little bit more. And I think with the way their league form has been going, actually, they're probably on a good chance to get promoted up to the same division as MMU. But obviously MMU has a very good chance of going up to the division above themselves this season. But Lancaster can still take things from this game. I think they've just faced a better opponent today, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's always things to take away from a cup game loss. Especially, I mean, obviously getting into quarter-final and losing is tough, but if they are close to promotion, then losing in the cup can sometimes be a blessing where it can bring them up to the next division, and they can focus next year on the cup.
Yeah, in the league they've got five wins and a loss, so 5 wins and 6 games. So yeah, 4 more league games. Very good chance to get promoted up to the 2nd division. And as we're saying, I think that it's not going to be. They won't be upset about not winning this cup if they get promoted.
No,
That's the
yeah.
reality.
And you can always take things from games like this, where a game where you started off strong and then started to lose a bit of tempo and the other team just takes over. You can learn from it and you can improve on your mistakes. And I think that's what the Lancaster team will do.
Well, if they want to, they can obviously watch back this replay and pick apart little bits in their game, little decisions here and there that they want to change maybe in the future. But you've also got to take into consideration how good this MMU side have been this season. No losses, 2 draws, 1 in the cup that ended in a penalty shootout. They won. They've just been absolutely on fire and just scoring so many goals. Good squad depth as well. They brought players in today from the 2nd team and stuff, and well integrated them in that 1st team. Got a really good coach in Gareth Smith, and really tough team to come up against.
Yeah, I was a bit sceptical at first. I think we all were here at the commentary team, where we said without Tom Carr it will be a different game. And we did originally assume that Mark Fathlick wasn't starting, but it turned out that was Gareth Smith maybe playing a bit of mind games. But the missing of Tom Carr hasn't been as influential as we thought it would be, because Ben Coward's really stepped up and took over.
Yes, a few times I've seen Coward play. I think it's the 3rd or 4th game I think I've seen him play. He's always the same. He's always a handful for the defender, and he can make things happen. Obviously, the front 3 of Fathlick, Carr, and Coward all together is the best. Although that might be Tom Carr subbed on right there, number 16. I think it is. In fact, yes, it definitely is. So he has been subbed on. And I think, as I predicted, I think it's Gabriel Mooney, number 10, who's come off for him, and he is playing in that 10 role a little bit deeper, being the creator as well as a attacking player. So I know ball.
There we go. We got expert ball knowledge in the commentary box here.
But yeah, I didn't actually see that sub happen. It was just then, as he got the ball, I thought I recognised the slightly smaller man who's just tearing through people on the ball.
Bernardo Silva-esque right now in the creative role.
Honestly, very, and he's a bit happier at his club than Bernardo Silva is. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, now for Tom Carr, it's just getting some minutes for him. I think he obviously loves his football and probably wants to play as much as possible. But I'm sure Gareth Smith probably thought I might as well save him and just give him 20, 25 minutes at the end.
I mean, he's definitely a player to put the game to bed.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
But I think we got told at half-time that he was coming on in the 2nd half, and I think, because I know it was 2-1, we're assuming he's probably going to come on reasonably early doors.
Yeah.
But with them 2 quick-fire MMU goals, they've just put them into that solid position. I guess Gareth Smith just thought I might as well save him, let him play a little bit just to put a smile on his face, but no need to risk him too much when you're in such a dominant position. And, the attack's been doing well. Gabriel Mooney and Kebrier as well have been doing really well. Coward and Fathlick obviously just doing what they always do. We tried to play a ball out there to Ben Coward, but didn't quite have enough power.
Yeah, just a bit short there, unfortunately, but see if MMU can regain possession and get the 5th. Or can Lancaster get the 2nd and try and get themselves back into this game?
Traffic there dropped in a bit narrow, and Tom Carr's pushing out. I think that's this could be massive for MMU here. This could be the game finisher.
He's got support from Coward up there.
Can't quite get away from the defender, actually, though. Kebrier there. Defender did really well.
Yeah, really good man-on-man marking defending.
It was Corbett, number 6 for Lancaster there. Yeah, just did not let him get past him at all. Yeah, what I was trying to say is that the thing that the Fathlick, Coward and Carr front line offers you the most is constant rotation. All of them can kind of play in the striker or winger positions, and so they can kind of make diagonal runs across each other, which become really difficult to defend. And you did see it then that Fathlick had come into the centre and Carr was out on the wide. And yeah, I think it's a good way of putting the game to bed, definitely having the 3 of them back on together. And Arias, Kari, Kebrier. will probably be hoping he can get a few more chances later in this game to get himself a goal. Obviously gets the kind of half assist for the own goal, but I'm sure he definitely want to get one in the net himself. Lancaster with the corner here though, and I think if they've got any hope of getting back into this game, they need to score this. This is the best chance they probably had in the last 10 or 15 minutes. So this could be a crucial crucial corner if they can make something of it. Not quite. Well, it has actually dropped back down to Boat there, who's passed it.
Gone out right to Low. Can he keep it in and do something with this?
He's kept it in. If they do something, it's still to be seen.
Another spectacular shot that's gone out of the pitch.
Yeah, so if anyone wants a free football, get behind Platt Lane at the moment, because there's been a few shots going over there wayward. I don't know if anyone's gone to collect them yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, just confirmation on the substitution there. It was actually Ollie Hitchcock's that's gone off at MMU and been replaced by Tom Carr. I think Mooney's dropped into a deeper centre mid role.
Oh, you know what? You are right. I can see him out there. Fair play. So Mooney has dropped in, but Tom Carr's kind of taken that cam to winger to striker position.
Yeah, so it's not just the front three that are quite fluid. Mooney as well can drop into a deeper role rather than creative position. And
yeah, we've seen Baker as well drop down to like a centre-back position, obviously just to pick up the ball and play around, but he seems confident there as well on the ball and defensively. So yeah, definitely gives Gareth Smith the best kind of headache really in football. You know, lots of good players and lots of good positions that can play about. They've managed to. Oh no, I thought they'd got themselves a corner there, but no, taken straight out from the Lancaster man. So MMU with a goal kick again. Prince Osei is probably quite happy. You know, no pressure on him now. Had a few passes to make, but can't really think of any big saves from the lad actually.
no, I mean, you can kind of compare him to Edison, can't you? Where the defence is so strong, the attack's so strong, he really doesn't have to do much.
No, we've not seen him. I don't think I've seen him make a spectacular save. He's stopped a couple here and there, but generally they've not been the best shots. He's done well there as well, just about got away with it. Ooh, a little bit of confusion though between him and Adam DeHow there. Have lost the ball.
Yep, the referee's gone for the penalty.
Yeah,
that was a bit. Yeah, I think that was a bit of a miscommunication there through the defenders and the keeper, but
that was quite Allison-like actually. Edison and Allison-like, trying to be a little bit too fancy at the back, and they've actually ended up fluffing the ball. Didn't concede straight away. They have given away a penalty there. Yeah, I don't think Adam DeHow is going to be massively happy with himself for that. Just got nervous and rushed in, but here we go. Here's Prince Osei's chance to prove that he is a shot stopper as well as a ball player.
See if Van Wyck can convert this. We'll have to see. I do have faith in Osei though. Oh,
nice penalty.
Both penalties in this game have been
perfect.
Extraordinary
corner, yeah.
penalties.
Yeah, very good.
I think that one was slightly better than the MMU penalty though, because that had power behind it.
Yeah, it did fly into that top right corner. Just a little bit of the Bruno steps and run up, Pogba-esque, and then just goes, forget that, I'm going to sprint onto it. And
Harry Maguire-esque.
There you go, Matt Van very actually. I think he placed it a little bit more intentionally than Maguire does, but yeah, very nice. Well taken penalty there, Matt Van Wyck.
I mean, they've got their second goal now. All they need is 2 goals and then they can bring it to extra time. It is doable, but they do need a big stroke of luck, because that penalty was... It was a lucky thing. You wouldn't really see that from open play.
No, and it's funny as well. It's probably the first time we've seen MMU, you know, fluff it a little bit on the ball.
Yeah.
And panic a little bit at the back. But well, Lancaster will be very happy. You know, they've taken charge of it and got themselves back in this game. Just got a little bit of an update from the MMU rugby team. They're just out in St Andrews up in Scotland at the moment playing against a team. And they are 12-3 up. Willem Johnson scored again. He does love to score a try for MMU. And yeah, they are 3-12 up. Did miss a conversion, but looks like they could be winning that game and pushing for that promotion that Rob Jones and the whole team are really hoping to get for this season. Now we'll focus back to the football.
Yeah, whilst that penalty actually went in, MMU did make a change. Mark Faflick has taken to the bench, And I do believe that it is Can Yando that has come on for MMU. On the right wing position, and
I think it is as well. You don't quite have the right numbers in. To be honest, it could actually be one of the second team players we've not seen before. But here he is as well. He's got in a good position. Touch is a little bit off. He's reset it though, kept it going. No, it goes all the way across. Gabriel Mooney looks like he's going to pick it up though. Is he going to get this one in?
oh, it was going on target. That was a
I was going to say,
very
I think it was just rolling wide.
You
I think it was curling out a little bit. Yeah, we'd taken it on that left. But it was not. It was going to be close for sure.
Yeah,
it was definitely going to be around
close.
that post for sure.
I think the keeper would have to scramble to get that. It was very on the floor roller, P-roller shot.
Sometimes they're the ones that catch you out though, because you're not expecting it. There is Mooney, yeah, like you said, he has really dropped into him. I mean, there he's literally joining the back line as if Baker was doing. Prince say a little bit of a pressured take of the ball at least, but well passed off to Mooney. It's the MMU here now as well. They're just so casual on the ball. They're just trying to waste that time, get that clock down, keep hold of the ball as much as possible. Apologies. Just what Gareth Smith's saying as well. Just calm down. Just hold the ball now. I know the lads up front obviously want to get as many goals as possible, but you can't always have everything you want.
Yeah, they don't want to do any of those silly mistakes.
So number 16 I've got is Alex Hallchurch here. He's been subbed on, and I think that may be Baker off. I don't think I can see him out there. The captain Baker, I think, has come off, unless he's dropped into the back line. So yeah, I think. Oh no, 16 Tom Carr, isn't it? Of course.
Oh, they're in. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And he does convert. That's his first goal of the game. He's been asking for it. Kebria's definitely been asking for this goal.
Oh no, Baker isn't there. My mistakes, but yeah, it was a lovely
little
goal.
He's been knocking on the door.
Yeah, I mean, he got that first own goal. He kind of forced the own goal, didn't he, at the beginning? Here we go. Nice little ball through, and just dinks it across. Unstoppable there from the keeper. Really well taken. Ascari Kebria. Sorry if I've not said your name perfectly, but I will say that was a beautiful goal from yourself.
Yeah, after that stroke of luck that Lancaster were given for that penalty, MMU had to fire back, and they did it perfectly.
This is what you see from this MMU team, though, you know, even when it seems like they're slowing down the game and they don't seem as threatening, all of a sudden the lights flick on and bang, they're on one-on-one, and they've got really good finishes with the ball as well. That's a big thing, you know. It's scoring goals, one of the hardest things in football. It's so easy to fluffy lines, and they've just consistently found the back of the net in their games.
Scoreline's now 5-2 to MMU. We're coming up to the 80th minute of the game. I think I can safely say this game's been put to bed. That fifth goal, I think, was very needed. I think there was a bit more nerves with the 4-2, because obviously 2 goals in football, that can turn over quickly, but 3 goals is a big gap, especially with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, they had this gap when it was 25 minutes to go, and they've only conceded 1 in 15 minutes. So for Lancaster to somehow get 3 goals in this last 10 minutes, I mean, obviously you can never write someone off completely, but the way both these teams are playing, I don't see Lancaster getting back into it. If anything, it's probably more likely that MMU score again before Lancaster score again, for the way this game is going now with Tom Carr on there as well.
Oh, he's taking a long shot. I was not expecting that, I'm going to be honest, but I think at this point in the game, MMU, they're very confident. They're very confident on the ball, and they feel like they can take these shots. I don't blame them as well. 5-2 up. This game's been looking very easy for them.
Yeah, and they know this game's on stream as well, so I'm sure they're probably thinking, if I can score a worldie here, I can send the clip to my mum and show that I am serious at football. Let's try to clear it out though. I mean, there goes Lowe again. I've got to say, Singer obviously did really well to get that first goal, but Lowe has easily been the best player for Lancaster. He has been absolutely crucial in almost everything they've done. And if you're going to give a man of the match to both teams, I think Lowe would definitely be getting it for the Lancaster team at the moment. He's been really good and crucial for them on the ball, and just unfortunate really that they've come against such a good team today that's probably outshone them a little bit. You know, if they'd won this game, he'd be well in for the Watpod man of the match.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to compare Lowe to any football player ever, he's played like Yaya Toure today.
Been solid at the back, on the ball.
He's been solid. Dribbling, the size of him, strength, agility, speed, he has everything. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't scored a goal, because he's definitely deserved one.
He rarely scores a goal, unfortunately, against MMU. Little Yaya Toure reference there for anyone confused. Yeah. Lancaster kept the ball there. They're not giving up, which is a good thing, you know. I think if they'd given up too much, which is easy to do when you're losing by a few goals, this could have got really bad for them. But they have kept battling it out, and I think MMU's quality across the pitch, unfortunately, has just been too much for them today, and it's been hard for them to keep up with this very good MMU side.
I mean, if we're honestly looking at stats here that I've got to the side of me, MMU have got 7 shots on target and Lancaster have had 5. It's definitely not been
the biggest gap between them,
gap,
but that quality, that final quality.
The quality in the final third is just, it's leaps and bounds.
I would say as well that a lot of the Lancaster shots have been outside the box.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think the stats you've got in front of you may not be 100% right. I can't remember them having 4 shots on target, considering, like I say, they've only had 5 shots total, isn't it?
No,
4 off target, yeah.
4 off target. That makes a bit more sense.
That does make more sense.
I think the ones that we've seen go out of the pitch have been free from Lancaster.
Yeah, they've gone up over that fence there, yeah. All in the second half, actually, to be fair. So, weirdly, even though they've conceded more goals in the second half, they've maybe been better on the attack as well. Slightly better performance from them.
Maybe they've been focusing on attack a bit more. I mean, obviously, coming out to the second half, they were only 2-1 down. So they were still in the game, and when MMU started to score more and more goals, you can tell.
I mean, it's just so hard playing against the MMU team, though. So good, especially here at home. Now, so I think that potentially number 15 may be Hamza Abazar, because I haven't written down that Faflik was going to be 15 and he was going to be 7, but Faflik was 7. So that could be Hamza Abazar there, number 15, has been subbed on for MMU. I think he has replaced Ben Coward out on that left wing, because I can't see him out there.
Yeah, I believe that's right. And it's been a slight kind of switch up in the attack. I mean, you've still got Kirby up front, and he's in now. He's took it round the keeper. He just
really
hasn't got the
unlucky, yeah.
lead. Cabria there, he did really well to get onto the ball, but
yeah, so well. And I'm sure he's more frustrated with himself than anyone else is there, because he could have had himself a brace and kind of half claimed a hat-trick, forcing that own goal at the beginning. But yeah, just really unlucky. Just couldn't quite get that touch. In fact, you know what? I'm quite confident we saw a Tom Carr goal. Actually, was very similar to that, where he touched it around. It might be in the Salford game that we didn't commentate on.
yeah.
But a similar thing where he touched it around and then just gets that open goal. And yeah, you see what he's trying to do there. Cabrier's had a very good game. Got himself 1 so far and forced the own goal. I'm sure he would have been much happier though if he got himself that brace.
We've got just under 5 minutes to go, about 4 minutes.
And me try and clear it out, just drops back to Lancaster. Still
It's
trying
a
to make things
strong
happen.
header.
That was. Yeah, fair play to Lancaster. They're still trying to make things happen here. I mean, obviously it's not completely off the cards. They could get 3 quick-fire goals, but less than 4 minutes in normal time. Probably not much, if any, added time on the end as well. There's not really been any stoppages, has there?
No, I mean, it's not over till the fat lady sings, but
she's warming up her throat. It's not
That's
far
what I'm
off.
thinking.
Yeah. they've definitely dominated here. And I think they've actually got a dangerous little free kicker as well outside the box. I mean, we've already seen what they can do with that first one in the first half from Baker.
Yeah, he has taken to the bench though, so...
No, he hasn't. Sorry, that was my mistake. I thought he had, but he isn't. He is still on there. Actually line up himself.
He might take this free kick and get it into the net then.
He dropped into, I think he'd covered in at right back slot.
Oh,
okay. I couldn't see him on the screen. That's why I thought he'd gone off, but no, he is still on there.
Yeah, once again, showing how versatile the team is.
I mean, he's over that, and you've also got the sub on there, I think Gideon Kanyando standing over it.
Yeah, I mean, he's left-footed.
Harris Thomas at first was kind of looking like he was going to. I think someone said to him, no, stand off. Mooney's over there as well. But obviously Baker's gone for himself.
Good save,
really
strong hand.
Good, yeah, good save. And Tom Carr is actually sniffing around that area as well, so he's lucky to have not dropped it straight into his path. It's just Malachi Babiale after a good game, just clear it down, keeps it in as well, which is really nice to help keep the game flowing. But yeah, I've got to say, it's a really good game from the left back there, number 5. Got himself a goal as well from that corner.
Yeah, well-deserved goal. He's been very impressive going forward, and he's made himself known.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the best that Lancaster have had in the attack has all been down that right side. I know the penalty came from stuff, all their good stuff's come from the left. But that penalty obviously was on the right. That wasn't really his fault. Yeah, well played down the line there, but...
See in the background there, a rugby team actually passing through.
Tried to do a little rainbow flick as well, but didn't quite get it off.
They don't have the football skills that these teams have.
In all fairness, the kicker in rugby is amazing at kicking a football. It would be an amazing kicking a football. Kicking that rugby ball is a skill that even the best rugby players, almost none of them have. It's so difficult. So I'm sure one of them could do amazing. It'd probably blast him over the bar, but yeah, definitely not the rest of him. Another dangerous corner there. Doesn't drop to anyone.
You put a bit of Low in there. Put Low from Lancaster into a rugby team. I think he'd do bits.
I mean, yeah, he's
Yaya Toure-esque, as I said.
He's been very good today. Definitely the star man for Lancaster. He's very happy with his own personal performance, even if the team didn't get what they wanted out of the game. But yeah, he has played a good game. Here he is on the ball again. This would mean as well, he's picked up that ball in them kind of areas, deep down by his own, and he just dribbles with it. I'd love to see, like, the Americans do the yardage, like an American football. Like, I'd love to see what his yardage on the ball has been today, because he is charged with it so much. Dribbles, and he's just picked up the ball again there and played a nice little ball out wide.
We're in the last minute. He's not giving up. He's not letting up at all.
No, he's been really good. But there's another player we've said had a good game, Malachi there, Babiale. Brilliant game from him. Probably trying to put his stamp on this first team, get himself in there. I think if Gareth Smith picks him next week to start again at left back, it wouldn't surprise me. He has been very impressive today.
Yeah, it's definitely he's made himself known to the team here at Matchday Live, and I hope he does make himself known to Gareth Smith down there.
I think he must have the Here he goes.
Oh, it's a one-on-one with the keeper. Surely you missed this. Yeah.
Lovely goal there.
Lovely finish, putting it to bed.
I think that is Hamza Abazar. I think him and Mark Faflick have had their numbers swapped round from what we originally thought. But I believe that is, Hamza Abazar. So subbed on. We thought he'd actually started, but subbed on there. Lovely little pass to him. Defenders have given up a little bit.
Yeah, you never see him missing that one-on-one with the keeper. Such a big space.
Left foot just slots that bottom corner. 6-2 to MMU is a scoreline they have seen already this season a couple of times as well. And even there, see shots on target. It's not the biggest difference, 4 shots on target difference, but the quality of those shots on target for MMU have just been so good, and so hard for Lancaster today to stop them. They've had good performances. They've not actually been terrible.
No.
But the MMU are just a different level at the moment, and I think when they go up to that next division, and I think it's a different cup competition as well. Actually, when you go up there, I'd like to see how they play then and play against teams that are maybe a little bit more matched up to them. Because it's just
all season MMU have been dominating in the league and in the cup.
Yeah, they put teams to bed. They've just seem relentless in scoring and energy levels as well. They just keep up the game, and I'm sure Gareth Smith's really proud of himself and the team for what they've accomplished so far this season.
See if they can get a consolation goal now. Ossei's quick off his line, and
I think the ref's got to be blowing this soon. He is kind of looking.
He keeps checking the watch.
I mean, I feel like he may as well, but even if it was going to be 3 minutes of added time, I don't think Lancaster will be aggravated for not playing it at the moment. 4 goals is definitely impossible to get now. I think surely it's going to be this free kick and over. Surely.
Yeah. I think the referee here, he's had a good game. He's made the right calls. He's been, I mean, obviously no referee's perfect. He has made 1 or 2 questionable calls, but overall he's had a good game.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say questionable, but he's definitely had a lighter view on tackles, and definitely you see at the highest level of football, of course, in the Premier. You never see tackles like this, but yeah, he's let the game flow and it's kept it good, and there it is. There's a final whistle, so MMU are heading straight into the Men's Northern Conference Cup semi-final. A solid 6-2 win. See the second half stats there. Benji will talk us through those stats.
Yeah, I mean, 9 shots against 4 and then 7 on target for MMU. It shows by the scoreline. They went into the second half 2-1 and now it ends 6-2. Second half they've come out a different beast.
Yeah.
We've seen this in the first match day live here. That second half they just turned into a different team, and it happened again.
Yeah, they do so well. They seem to grow into games. So another very solid win. Gareth Smith and all those players will be very happy down there. Benji, who's your What Pod man of the match? I think I know who I'm going to pick.
You know what? If I have to give it to anyone, personally, I'm going to give it to the left back.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's had a really good game where Baba Yeo, where he's controlled the left-hand side. I mean, the right wing hasn't had much going on. I mean, it's the left wing Singer on for Lancaster that got the goal, and the right wing, he's been shut down. He's been shut down. He managed, left back Baba Yeo, he managed to get a goal.
You know what, I agree with everything you said. Babiala definitely had an amazing game, but personally I think I've got to go for Nathan Baker.
Yeah, captain.
Ben Cowd had a great game as well, really dangerous down the left-hand side, causing so many problems. But Nathan Baker obviously got that free kick, and just, like you're saying with Babiala down the left-hand side there, just controlled the middle of the pitch for MMU, was dropping in, taking the ball, doing things on the attack, scored a great free kick, and was just great for the game. So, as it's not an official one, we can just split it.
We'll give it a split.
Babiala and Baker are man of the matches. So I think that is all you're going to hear from us on the commentary, but stick with us. Or there's a few replays, actually. We'll run through the replays before we leave you alone. So here's that first early goal. About 5 minutes gone at this point. Singer puts a lovely ball into Boak.
Yeah, as I'm saying there, the left wing is where they were punishing the team. And
yeah, down that right-hand side, they didn't have nearly as much. So here's the first goal from MMU, and you see Kebria here. Obviously gets his goal in the second half. Goes for the unselfish thing here and tries to play it across. Doesn't actually look for someone there. Really unlucky. The gamble, the captain for Lancaster, just taps that one in. Doesn't keep much chance.
I think this is the moment of the match.
Yeah, here's that Baker goal. One of the biggest reasons I think for his man in the match. He just, like you said, you can't quite tell how good that was on this angle. We're in the opposite angle from the other side, and it really just curled so nicely into the top of the goal. Really difficult for the keeper. He's not the tallest keeper we've ever seen as well, so getting that high ball, you see there, he put his arms up, didn't even touch the bar.
Yeah, it's really important to get a high shot against keepers that are
penalty. So 2 set pieces, another one perfectly taken, slotted top left. Mark Faflick there doing his thing. This is the corner that actually drops down for that Babial goal. Keeper unlucky, really. Babial just reacts quick enough, gets ahead of his defender, puts a leg out, rolls it in. Was that 4? I think that was the 4th, wasn't it?
No, that's the 3rd, I believe.
No, that was the 4th. Penalty was 3rd. That was 4th. Their goal now for 4-2, and then chip, and then 1-on-1.
Yeah, that penalty is a perfect penalty.
That was also another perfect penalty, Slotted top corner.
Lancaster definitely had their moments in this game.
Yeah, I think that was Gamble, actually, the guy who scored the unfortunate own goal, but he got one back for the penalty, and here's Kebria finally getting the goal that he deserves. It was a lovely little chip, great ball through. Defenders just left in the dirt, and that made it 5. And then we're going to see this last one for who we believe is Hamza Abazar.
Yeah, one-on-one
who played him the ball there, but runs through well one-on-one, sets himself, left foot, bottom corner. Thank you very much. And that was it. 6-2 was the final score. But now I'll get to the point where I say I think that is everything you're going to hear from us. But we are going to pass over. There's going to be some interviews down on the sideline in a minute. And I believe Amelia will be bringing you those. So thank you very much for listening.
Coach for the first team, and Nathan Baker, captain. Gareth, how do you find the game?
Yeah, I thought it was quite tough in the first half. They came and pressed us really high, which we probably haven't experienced so much this season. So we had to adjust to that, but I thought we felt pretty comfortable throughout it, even going a goal behind early on. I think we'd had 3 really good opportunities in the opening maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then they go and break and score. But I thought everything was good about their play. We probably could have done something a little bit to affect it. And particularly the goals in the second half are all things that we could have dealt with a little bit better, and we need to get better going into the next round. But overall, I felt quite controlled of the game. I felt we always posed that bigger threat playing on the front foot, and always had that attacking threat. So yeah, really pleased to get through to the next round, which doesn't matter if you win 1-0 or 6-2 like we have done. We just need to get through to the next round, and to progress this far is probably the furthest we have done in 5-6 years, so really pleased.
And leading forward to the semis, what do you think you need to work on in coaching?
I think it's challenging because we've come up against teams in the Cup that we wouldn't usually do. Obviously it's a one-off, almost like free hit, so teams in the league might sit off us and allow us to have the ball a bit more. In the 2 Cup games we've had recently, it's been teams coming up against us, so we need to probably have a bit of a better defensive structure. It's quite difficult shifting from a league where we've been really dominant. We have possession of the ball, we're quite comfortable, to all of a sudden we've got teams coming up against us, going and fighting for every ball against us. So we need to be a bit stronger defensively. Recognise moments where we need to make it ugly, and we need to go a little bit longer and use kind of the threat of the pace in behind. But yeah, generally really pleased, and hopefully we've got a good semi-final opponent coming up, and we need to be at our best for that.
And Nathan, you seemed very calm and collected on the pitch. How did you feel did you feel any pressure?
No, I never feel pressure on me. Do you know what I mean? Always calm and collected. But to be fair, they're probably the hardest side we've faced this year. First half, thought we found it quite hard. They pressed us quite high, but I thought second half we were much better, and yeah, we deserved the win thoroughly. So it's a good result in the end. I'm looking forward to the next round. So.
Perfect. I'm joined with Tom Gamble, who's player and coach of the Lancaster team. How do you feel about today's game?
I think on the large part, we've got a couple of injuries. A couple of lads who played last night, so a bit off it today. But I think they were probably the better team. They move the ball well. They've got pace out wide. I can't be too disheartened, I don't think. I think the boys, we did all right. I think we were in it for probably 55. As soon as that third goal went in, it capitulated a bit. So, we'll take it. And I think, good luck to them in the next round.
And what do you think in training you need to work on to secure more wins?
I think the gaps between probably fullbacks today, between the fullbacks and the centre halves, were too big. We let them go in behind and we let them get set, and we allowed their wide men to run at us too much. And I think, we were too far out. I think we need to be more compact. But we'll work it out.
You were really aggressive when you were attacking. What do you think? Do you think getting that first goal?
I was very surprised. I didn't think he'd turn and hit that. I think that was a good start. I didn't see that coming at all. I think we could have kicked on. I think at that point we realised that we were probably in it a bit more than we thought we would be. So I think it was a good start, good goal. We just didn't kick on really.
Thank you. And join us next week on Matchday Live.